There's been another robbery in the city this morning. A spokesperson for the company praised the staff who remained calm during the ordeal. The two robbers made off with a small amount of cash from the located nearby.
Any one of us could be involved in an armed robbery at any time. Some of you may have already been in one. That is why most of you will have been trained on our Armed Hold-Up Safety Seminar. You will recall that the primary objective of that program was for you to learn behavioural skills that will help you to mentally and physically survive a robbery confrontation. The purpose of this video is to review the key safety skills that you should use during an armed robbery. It may be helpful for you to have your course workbook handy as you watch this tape. There are 4 things that you should do during an armed robbery to remain as safe as possible. These are easily remembered by the mnemonic CALM. Think about what images you see when you think of calmness. Picture this image in your mind every time you think about or use the mnemonic CALM. To minimise the risk of any injury to yourself or anyone else present during a robbery, it is extremely important that you remain calm and in control throughout a robbery. That's not easy, but there are 2 things that you can do that will help you to keep calm. First, use a lot of positive mental self-talk. Keep telling yourself to stay calm, stay calm. Use your own name for added effectiveness. I would say to myself, stay calm, Bruce, stay calm. It is essential that everything you tell yourself is positive. Positive mental self-talk is especially important during the first few seconds of a robbery. Reassure yourself that you will get through this experience by saying, I am in control, I will be all right. The second thing you can do during a robbery to keep yourself calm is to control your breathing. Taking deep, even breaths throughout the robbery will have a significant calming effect on your whole body. An armed robber will usually be very nervous. As far as the robber is concerned, you are a threat to his or her success. For your own safety, therefore, it is very important that you act passively at all times. That means using body language that reduces the threat the robber perceives when he sees you. Stand partly side on if you can. Bow your head and shoulders. Look down. Keep your hands in sight at all times and have your palms showing. It is also very important that you keep out of the offender's personal space because he will be very conscious of how close you are to him. Practice adopting a passive stance during your review sessions and when you are at work. The only thing that most robbers want is to get the money and get out as soon as they can. You will enhance your own safety if they can see that you are being as cooperative as possible. There are several things that you can do to show this. 1. Listen carefully. A robber's orders are frequently unclear or contradictory, and it is very easy to misunderstand their instructions. Doing the wrong thing will probably make them more violent, so always listen very carefully to everything they say. 2. Carry out instructions exactly. Unless you cannot physically do what a robber is asking you to do, always show that you are being as cooperative as possible by doing exactly what he tells you to. Carry out the instructions promptly. 3. Answer questions truthfully. If a robber asks you a question, always respond honestly. There is just no point in lying. Tell the truth and get them out of the premises as soon as you can. 4. Explain any overt actions. There are only 2 other occasions when you will speak to a robber. If your hands will go out of sight while following instructions, and if you cannot do what he asks. In either case, explain your movements briefly and clearly. If you can't do what he wants, always offer an alternative.
I can't open the safe. It's on time lock, but there's the money in the till.
Remember, listen and cooperate. If you are present during a robbery, you may be able to safely gather some very important information about the offenders. The best way to gather, retain and then pass on this information accurately is to use a thorough system. The system we recommend you use is to take a series of mental snapshots of the offenders. Wait until you see the offenders in your peripheral vision. When the offenders are not looking at you, glance at them without moving your head. Start above your own eye level and work down. Each time you glance at the offender, take a snapshot of what you see. Then match the information from your snapshots to the identification mnemonic snapshot. Sex, nationality, age, physique, skin, hair, outfit, tattoos and scars. Refer to your workbook and the robbery report forms for the details to note for each of these 8 features. Remember, this information is very useful, but your safety is paramount, so never stare at the offender or turn your head to get information. If you get the opportunity, also take particular note of anything the offender touches or drops. This could be vital information for the police. This video has reviewed the key safety skills that you should use if you are ever in an armed robbery. They are important skills and you should practice them frequently to keep them fresh and well rehearsed. If you do, they will serve you well at a time when you need them most.